guys, we're all tinned up and ready to go. I was going to tell you one thing that I did this time that I should have done last time. Was I used baking soda. After I tinned it, heated it, scrubbed it, and let's see, scrubbed this little guy right here. It's copper steel wool or copper wool or whatever you want to call it. Then you've got the residual acid, which is brown. Well, I wiped it off with that last time, but this time I actually took some baking soda and neutralized it all. Okay, scrubbed it down with a brush like this, a little copper brush basically. Scrubbed in all the little pits and all the little areas all up in there. Got all that out real good. Then rinsed it out and then wiped it off with blue cloth. Got it all cleaned up good and blew it off. And so now I'm going to start heating the metal again and going ahead and starting to start adding my lead. So I'm going to mask back up. I bought me a new mask for this one. Got a brand new charcoal canister and all that. And so I'm getting ready to do. You can see where all the flux, where it's all nice and tinned. And again, all I'm going to do is this little area here. I may try to run up a little bit higher here because I had a low spot there. But the rest of that will be with a tight coat of filler. So, all right. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, almost 7.5 pieces of lead, so should be plenty good. Sorry about that. You hang out with me for a second here. And so got my torch, my lead, and getting ready to fire up on this bad boy. I need to tin my powder, put some butter on my paddle. I'll do that real quick. And you guys see me do this last time, so I'll bring you back when I get going. See you. All right, guys, I'm gonna take you along for a second with me. Something I was doing that I kind of learned. Say you got a low spot in here. Heat your stuff up. Hopefully I'm in the right spot. Right in here, I need to fill this in. Okay. Heat this up so it's kind of getting pretty good and melty. And get your low spot. You want to go down a little bit farther because it's going to start melting up high because heat rises. So you see it just turning kind of liquid. Okay? And you run your stuff in there. Okay? And while you've got that in there, go ahead and grab your paddle real quick. Go ahead and start smushing it in. Okay? Because it's still wet. Hopefully you can hear me. Okay, see that? And I got both my rod, I've got everything all in one hand. Okay? So you don't have to stick the rod in there. You got to add a little bit right in here. Like I said, go a little bit low. Get this to where it's nice and melty. Because this is going to melt real fast. Okay, and just push it in there a little bit. Grab your paddle, okay? While it's still soft, and go ahead and smush it in there. Okay? See that? This still looks a little low to me. Hopefully I'm showing the right area. Let's see, right there. A little bit low. I'll go ahead and melt this up real good. Okay. All I need this to do is turn silver on me. Right now it's kind of a gray color. You want it to turn like a liquidy color. Kind of like that dude on Terminator. That's what you're looking for. Okay, grab your paddle. Go ahead and smush it in. Okay. Alright, so right now I'm kind of checking to make sure I don't have any indentions like I did on the last one. I know you guys can't probably hear me very well, but I want to make sure I don't have any low spots. It looks like it's filled in pretty good. Right in here, this little guy didn't really smash down real good. Again, go a little bit lower, okay, because the heat's going to rise up there.
Oh shit, sorry. Right there. It's starting to kind of turn silver. And go ahead and start smashing it. Probably one of the hardest things for me so far is not burning the shit out of my paddle. There, I burnt the hell out of it. But I can always get another one. And this is done, so. Alright. So, that's a lot of crap on there, you can see. There's a whole bunch. Let me back you out a little bit. Yeah, there you go. So you can see there's a whole bunch of stuff on there. Well, that's all good stuff for me to file. I'm going to go ahead and shut this off. Alright.
Now I put a whole lot of lead in that this time. I used damn near every stick I had. I still got almost a full stick left. But I put a bunch in this because I wanted to make sure that I didn't have any low spots like I did last time. I mean, it turned out fine, but I wanted it, I want this to be almost perfection. Now, whether it is or not, I won't know until I start filing it. Once I start filing it, then we'll see from there. But right now, I feel like I've got it on there pretty fat. I pressed it in real good. Still pretty warm, but I'm pretty happy with that. And you know, the filing's what's gonna make it pretty. It's ugly as hell, and that's what it's gonna look like. Here, let me get you some close up here. So if yours looks like that, don't think you screwed it up, because you haven't. That's just what it looks like. If you're fantastic at it, you may get that baby butt smooth, but you know, I'm not. So hopefully, I may have to heat this real area right here up. It looks like it could be low. Probably not, maybe a little fat here, but I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit more and smooth that out just real quick. Here, let me, hopefully my battery will hold up for you guys. And I'll probably end up sticking you right in the way where you can't see me. Let's see, hopefully you can see that. I'll go ahead and fire back up on it.
That's another thing. Just because you're done doesn't mean you can't go back and do it a little bit more. Okay, like I said, heat this up real good first. Okay, get it pretty melty. And then start heating this little area up here. And heat it low, don't go up here, it'll start melting up high. Okay? Get it down in here. You'll start watching that, it'll start turning silver on you. Okay? Right there, then go ahead and, as soon as that turns liquid, go ahead and mush that in right there. And grab your paddle real quick, which I should have had mine closer. And while that's still kind of liquefied, go ahead and start smashing it. Okay? I'm going to add just a little bit more to this little area right in here. Right there. Go ahead and smush it. Heat it. Smush it. Blend it together. Alright, got that low taken care of. Stuff like that don't matter. If I heated that back up, I could mash it in there. So, maybe a little bit low right here. Once these start getting real small, it's going to start burning the crap out of your hand. So, I got welding gloves on this time. Get that to where that's turning nice and liquefied. And then go ahead and hit a low spot. Down here, my area is up here. Okay, I'm going to push it in right there. I'll mush it in that little spot. Okay? You see that? Now I did the same method. Hold on a second, I'll talk to you in a second. Alright. happy with that.
There you go. Filled in my low spots, kind of smoothed some of it down to where, you know, it was a little more smooth, so I don't have so much filing going on. And any low spots that I thought I had, I went ahead and tried to refill those too. So I'll let that cool off. You can see it got real hot up here, and that's where this stuff comes in. If you're, you know, worried about it warping your roof, you might try getting some of that and putting it up there. It's a little messy, and if you're not careful, you can brush it down into your stuff, and that's no good because I did that. So so I made quite a few mistakes on my first run on these. I feel like I got better. Learned a few things. Like I said, I thought before you had to take your rod and put it in there so far and then come back and smash it all in. Then take your rod and go forward so far and smash it. Now you can do that, but you can also do it like I did. Add your rod and then smash it. Add your rod, smash it, add your rod, and keep switching, you know. And that seemed to work pretty good for me because then I don't have to come back and try to reheat that whole big glob because it's already hot, so go ahead and smash it while it's hot. When you come back, you have to heat that whole big glob and it tends to want to run on you. It just seemed easier to me. So that's something you guys might think about when you're doing yours. Like I said, there's probably 100 different ways to do it, but that's just something I picked up while I was going there. So let's see, it's about 5:15. I may file that down tonight and see what I got. I'll file on it a little bit for sure, but I don't know if I'm going to file it all the way smooth just tonight, but because that's usually another 30-45 minute job depending on how smooth you got it and, you know, that type of deal. But and you guys, like I said, say we got a low spot in here somewhere. After I file this all down and I got a bunch of low spots, you can do the exact same thing. Just reheat down a little bit lower. Say this spot here is low. Reheat down here because that heat's going to rise up to it and then starts pushing your stuff in there. And then another tip for me that I think worked out for me. Say my channel was right in here, okay? Well, I put my rod up high because I knew when I heated it's going to try to run down. So I smashed it all up high and then started kind of smashing it and letting gravity kind of do what gravity does. Instead of trying to just smash it directly into that channel, because then it tries to run down on you. So, you know, there's a fine line there. You go ahead and just smash it in a little high, then smash it down and just kind of pull it down. I'd rather try to pull it down than trying to push it up and work against gravity. That's just another thing that I seem to work better for me. So you might, that's something you might think about too. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and let this cool down and probably get something to drink, and I'll bring you back if I file on that any. See ya.
All right, guys, I still got my mask on because I just got finished 80 gritting all this. So there it is. Real happy with it. Yeah, I think it turned out better than the other one did. You can see how it blended real nice. A little bit right there. I probably could have just went ahead and 80'd that out a little bit more, but no biggie because I'm going to have a little bit of filler over that, so no biggie, no biggie. I still got to work this edge in here where I let it over the edge. Probably do that tomorrow and finish that out. But yeah, you can almost can't see where it transitions. Just goes in. So that's what you want right there. I do like the way I did this time. Here, let me move out of here.
So I do like the way that I did this time. A little different than last time, and I went ahead and cleaned in between. I cleaned all that flux acid or whatever you want to call it off. The tinning butter, basically. So was it going to make a big difference? Probably not, but it just being able to get the acid off all good, you know. Instead of doing it, I guess you can do it after or before, and it's kind of one of those deals where guys go back and forth, but I went ahead and did it in between, and it seemed to work out just fine. So that's about it. I'm not going to try to make this video too long. It probably will be 20 or 30 minutes, but sorry I haven't made a video in a while. My little baby grandboy came into town last week, and so we spent quite a bit of time with him, and just life in general, just busy. So, but both cell panels are leaded now, and we can move on up to the front of the car now and start working on it. All right, guys, well, I'll talk to you maybe tomorrow. See ya. Have a good one.